Welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. In today's episode, we finally break into a brand new region of Amur, Cosmodrome. It feels great to be on fresh ground again, and this episode is all about scouting the area, grabbing new tasks, and unlocking watchtowers to build out our game plan. Let's hit the road and see what Cosmodrome has to offer. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in SnowRunner. The last thing we did was a contract to unlock the gateway here for Cosmodrome. And around the time I was unlocking it, I was asking myself, am I really supposed to go to Cosmodrome? Or was I supposed to go to the Northern Aegis installation? Because that gateway was already open. Maybe I was supposed to go there. How I decided to do this was I was going through all the contracts and one by one seeing where they were, and most of them went to another area. This was the only contract I could find that took place on Urska River. Like, I wanted to get as much of Urska River done as I could, so I came down here and got this unlocked. Another reason was we need to get the power plant going in Urska River, and upon inspection, I can get the metal beams up here or at the factory, but it looks like the oversized cargo I need to get from Cosmodrome. So it just makes sense to go to Cosmodrome. We've got a really solid fleet of vehicles here. We have the Tataran, the Tega, the Bandit, and over there we have the Azov 5319, which has been super impressive. Without further ado, let's go ahead and zone through to the new zone. Alright, looks like a nice flat road there. We got a watchtower up ahead. I figured we'd zone through first with the Tataran, just use it kind of to scout around a little bit. What do we have here? Looks like we have some sort of big excavator stuck out there in the ice. It's frozen and good. Alright, let's have a look at our map here. What do we have? Watchtower, huge map. Okay, so we have 5 watchtowers to unlock here. Looks like the oversized cargo comes from down that direction, so I am going to work on getting that direction, and we'll try to hit these 2 towers on the way. So yeah, we'll head that way because I want to be able to unlock the power plant in Urska River, simply because it was one of the missions that needs to be done on that map yet. Let's see. Log crossing discovered. I don't even want to know the shape our cargo would be in if you try to go over that crossing right now. Just bring a few logs here and I'll have someone finish the crossing for you. We need 3 medium logs. Okay, it looks like we need them right here. So I'm guessing this is going to be pretty soft, pretty muddy. We'll be able to get through this. Good thing I left those trailers up at the logging station. Unless this map has its own logging station. Let's see. Let's go ahead and winch that there. Alright, let's pull ourselves across this. It's pretty boggy here, but it's really not that big of a deal. Because once we're through, it's not like we have to come this way again. We're just going to have to find a way to find those 3 logs. But at least we can pull ourselves through there. Okay, now we can go left or right. We definitely want to... I think we'll just follow the road. We'll just head this way to the right. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so muddy on the road here. I guess we were just off the road there. That was pretty deep mud. Okay, so we'll move on ahead here. When I was looking at the map, I saw there's a repair station. I don't know about fuel, so we might have to bring some type of fuel truck or fuel trailer. We got some buildings up here, so we'll go ahead and find out what this is. Alright, so we already have 1 task. Oh, here's 2. Just mentioning the last one, and this one popped up. Looks like a rock slide. What are we going to need to clean this up? Looks like the main road is going to be a problem. I think it could still be easier to just clear that one out than to look for an alternate route. Let's get cracking. We only need 1 metal beam for that, so let's track that and let's see if there's any metal beams on the map. Okay, we have town storage down where we're going to grab the cargo. So maybe we'll just get a metal beam down there, it looks like, and bring it up here and get that fixed. I was hoping we wouldn't have to, you know, go craft some in Urska River. We'll drive up into here and see if we have anything. If we have any missions, or this could be a garage. So maybe we can get a garage here. This kind of looks like a garage to me. We may have to unlock it. I don't know. What do we have? Yes, garage access. We have a trailer store here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let's leave the garage. All right, we have a garage. We have a trailer store. I was not expecting that here, but I will definitely take it. Looks like we have another task over here. What's this one for? Lost but not discovered. You got a minute? Back in the day, my grandpa got his truck stuck in the swamp nearby. It's been there for years now, but I'm wondering if something can still be done about it. Yeah, let's see where that's at. Okay, delivers just up there in the village. It's over on the other side of the map, so we're not going to do that one right now. Let's check the log crossing and see if we have logs on the map. Okay, there's possibly a trailer here with logs. I don't know if it has enough, but it looks like we have logs over here on a trailer, perhaps too. So we might be able to use those for that. We just don't know. Well, the good news is we're going to be able to sell some trailers when we get over here because we have a trailer store. If you remember, I have that 6-slot trailer sitting not too far away over there in town, so we might be able to get that one out and over here and sell it and get our money back. You know, because we are pretty low on funds. If we were to go into the garage, you know, it's pretty tough for me to buy a good truck. You know, we're building up some money again, but I'd like to have more. All right, so we'll keep heading up this way. And we'll either get to the tower or hopefully we find a path down to this warehouse down here, or whatever it is. This is pretty narrow. We're getting through it all right, though. So even though it's on the map, it might not necessarily be easy to get to. Oh. I don't think I have autonomous winch on this. I think I just have a high-powered winch. Alright, what do we have here? Looks like we can go up the upper way or the lower way. We'll take the upper road here. This kind of reminds me of a spot on Koala Peninsula, Lake COVID. So this path might lead back towards that tunnel we came through to get here. That's how it's looking right now. We might have to bring a metal beam. Might be fastest to bring a metal beam over from Urska River to take care of that rock slide, depending on if we can find a path through or not. Let's see. Yeah, we should try to get up and get that watchtower. I think we'll be able to. But ultimately, I think this path is going to take us back where we came from. want to be careful not to get stuck on any of these boulders. One real problem we can have with the Tataran is getting stuck on boulders. Alright, we are about to this watchtower. There we go. 2 more missions located. It's a pretty region here in Amur. I like this map so far. Okay, we have knee deep in Teo Point up there. So we have, looks like, you know, this back mountain road might be our way down there actually. That's gonna get us down kind of where we need to go, possibly. So get down to that road. What do we want to do? Do we want to try to get down over here? I think we might be able to cheat and come up here just a little bit further and drive down. Might have less problems. We'll see. That's a big maybe. It's pretty rocky over here. But I think we might be able to get down right there. Yeah, I think this will lead us down to the path. Alright, so let's head down this way. This episode will probably be mostly scouting because we don't have no idea what we're getting into. And I'm actually on the path now. Okay, so we need to turn around. It's pretty tight here. We should be able to turn around where we came through and head that other direction. I'm really surprised we didn't have to do a contract or something to open up that garage. It's going to make our life a little easier. We'll be able to get trucks here quicker if we need to. We did kind of find a shortcut from the garage last time we played, though. That's pretty neat. Okay, we're probably going to break through that ice, aren't we? I think the ice just off to the left of us is solid, this darker ice. Let's see if we can drive up on that. There we go. And we might break through a little bit right here. Alright, that's not too bad. We'll be able to get trucks and stuff through there. This is pretty steep here. And it might be slippery. This actually might be pretty slippery right here. I thought it was muddy, but I think it's frozen. Alright, let's grab onto that. Pull ourselves up a little bit more. This is not going to be ideal with trucks and trailers here. As we get to the top of this, we're going to have to rethink some of this. We might want to rethink it now. We cannot go that way. Oh boy, I tell you what. We might be able to get over there, but I don't know. I'm starting to really consider if bringing in steel beams from the other map is a better idea. Here, let's use this. Let's hook to that again. Alright, let's see. Oh, shoot. Now we do have one of our tasks up here, so if we get up here and we're able to hit that, that's going to help us out because we'll know what we need to do. I'm not sure this is the best way up here. Might be the best way up here, but it's probably not the best way to the bottom there. Alright, let's try to do this just a little bit differently. Is there a little bit of snow over here and get some traction on? Okay, now hopefully we can grab onto something soon up here. Alright, we got some snow. Okay, there we go. I think we'll be able to get up here now. Yeah, so this is a battle. This is going to be a battle getting up here. This is our #1 way to this side of the map. We're in trouble. Alright, here we go. We're almost up here. There's our task. Probably has something to do with that trailer, I would guess. Alright. Let's go see what they want. Living away from civilization isn't as tough as some may believe. Just remember to keep reserves of everything you really need. Speaking of, I could do with some spare fuel for my generator if you could lend a hand. Alright, let's see what that entails. We just need to pick up 1 fuel barrel. There's a fuel barrel down there. Okay. And I sure bet that trailer is for something, though. I don't know which way it goes, so we'll just leave it up here, but it's definitely for something. Because we're not getting credit for finding it. So it's not a free trailer. It's one that needs to go somewhere. Alright, let's go back down the other side of the mountain and see what we can find. I think we're going somewhere down in there. A little under a half mile to go as the crow flies. It's tight. It's tight through here. There we go. There we go. And we got some serious drifts up here, it looks like. Where's another tower at? Is there another tower close by? Must be that one. Alright, so we'll try to get through these drifts. It's not too bad. I see some buildings down there. Whew! That did some damage, didn't it? And this is really steep too. Wouldn't be much fun to come up this with a truck and trailer. I'd say it's near impossible. Especially with these turns right here. Definitely no 6-slot trailer is going to fit up here. Okay, we're almost down. Alright, we made it up and over the mountain. Man, it'd been kind of nice if they had built the garage on this side of the world, you know it? This side of the map. Some train tracks up here. So, we could probably bring... You know, the Tega has a flatbed trailer. So, you know, it's going to suffer in that icy hill. But we could probably make it down here to pick up steel beams, but I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it because I think we might be able to get it faster from Urska River. Man, this is some mud here. Look at this. We are buried. Alright, let's see if we can... See if it's less steep over here. Or deep, not steep. It's definitely more steep, but hopefully it's less deep. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. That's water. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to decide if bringing metal beams from here is going to be better, or Urska River. I don't know. Haven't decided. I think I need 3 metal beams just for the power plant. I have 2 at the warehouse, and I'm still going to have to make one, so I'd almost hate to go grab, because then I have to make 2. It'd be a whole lot faster to make just 1. Okay, we have a contract here. Not a contract, but a task. Alright, let's see what it has to say. Strategic Reserve. I'll cut straight to the chase. We've got a couple of supply trailers scattered around the place that I want you to tow back to town. You do that, and I'll help you with that launch pad. Deal? Okay. I have a feeling. Okay, thankfully one of them wasn't the one up there. Okay. Alright, so we have that one. Let's head over here and see if we can find out what kind of materials we got over here. And how many. For all we know, it's just 1 beam. Okay, we got another task here. Oh, hey there. So once they officially open the spaceport, we'll need to get the PR rolling, and I figured why not take some pictures for future merch and such, right? So could you give me a quick tour? Okay, that sounds like a scouting one. So we just have to scout those areas, you know? That wouldn't be too bad. Okay, here is our warehouse. You know, it doesn't look like it's going to have much, but we'll find out. 2 bricks. Unlimited metal beams. Okay, that's big. Unlimited oversized cargo. Okay, we have something here for sure. Okay, let's drive out the rest of this road, and we'll head over to that watchtower. And we need to see if we can find an alternative route over here from the main gate. Unlucky lineman. Now I have no idea what some of these people are thinking sometimes, but one of my guys decided to check the railroad across the river and managed to roll the truck off a cliff. Would you kindly pull him out? Sure. Sure, I can do that. He's just right over there. Yeah, we can do that. Let's accept that. Track that one for now. Okay, we can take that off, and we need to go this way. We'll finish driving around town. Try to look up that street, just running parallel to us right now, to make sure we didn't maybe forget something. What are we doing on fuel? 36 out of 80 gallons. But we have fuel up top, so we do have fuel. I don't think there's any up there. We can always find out later, too. Okay. So, we'll head out of here and take a left towards that watchtower. Did I get this one? Yes, we already got that one. I think there's 3 just right here. There's 3 tasks right here. Take a left right here and head right over to that tower. It's been a pretty successful scouting trip so far. Yeah, the mud may be quite a bit deeper over here than it was in Urska River. Find out when we get the trucks over here moving, but... What is that up on the hill? I was looking at it over there. I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of big satellite dish or something? Interesting. Okay, we have a bridge. We don't have to put that one in. That's good news. I just have to find a way over to this tower. Wow, stuff is really holding us up, isn't it? Let's see. It might be easier to reach from that other road. Let's back up. You know, if we get over on that hill, we might be able to get up there a little bit easier. There's some real sticky mud around here. Man, there's some deep mud around here. Let's see if we can pull ourselves through over this rock. Once we get on this, we should be good to go. There we go. Come on, you can do it. You got this. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's bump this gear up a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can get over to that tower from this side. Man, this mud is just brutal. That rock in front of us, that don't help at all. Let's see if we can pull. Let's just see if we can pull through it. Once we get up on the road, we should be okay. We might have to pull ourselves up to that tower, but try. There we go. There we go. Now, so we've got a little path here to that tower. Let's see what we unlock here. Three more tasks. Alright, what are they? Oh, they're all... Okay, we have Old Bridge, Church, and Stargazer. All three of them are just across that bridge. Perfect. So... just trying to see, you know, looking at the map, we haven't uncovered what's going on over here yet. But if we open up this rock slide, maybe we can take this road around like this to here. It's probably going to be the easiest way, right? To get down here. We're not going to want to take this pass at all. So we're going to need to get that rock slide open, and we don't know. There could be another obstacle in here we're going to have to take care of. I think we'll just keep driving up the road this way and see what we got. Well, luckily we can kind of drive a little bit better here, less mud. Cross these tracks and see what's going on up here. Yeah, this wouldn't be bad for a truck and trailer through here. Especially for the way the Azov's been pulling that trailer. And I know I had lighter cargo on it too, so that might have made a difference. It'd probably be totally different if it was loaded down with beams, but it wasn't, so. Right. What is this? Is it going to let us pick it up? Nope, it's just a point. Oh, that was probably one of the exploration points for that one. Was it this one? Yeah, it was probably for this, maybe? Yeah, I bet we just knocked out one of those. Maybe. Or it could have been something else. Alright, let's see what's up here. It looks like we got a helicopter. This is where that big satellite dish looking thing was, so... we'll drive up in here and see what we have. I wouldn't be surprised if this is more contract work here than tasks. Very interesting. Yeah, nothing for us here, but I know we're going to be doing something here. Like, we're going to have to haul that helicopter out of here, probably. Alright, now let's mark the next spot. Go here. Try here. Head that direction. So far, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting map. I think our number one priority here is to get a steel beam and get the rock slide cleared so we can get through. Because this road just seems so much better to traverse than the other pass. Okay, we have another obstacle up here, it looks like. At least one, maybe two. Alright. So let's see what this one is first. Misadventure. Oh, aren't you with those cosmonaut people? It's been years since anyone tended to our local church, so I figured I'd help out. Turns out the road's a bit too rough for my baby. Could you please get her back to me? Sure. What do we have to do for this? Okay, so we have to tow his Dawn 71 and repair it. We can repair that and tow it back to him. So should be able to do that. Now let's go find out about what we're going to need to do up here. Fallen trees. Tree fall, well, that's a new one. Doesn't change the fact we're going to need to get through them. You're right. All right. What do we need to do? We need 2 service parts, which we can pick up from... There's a farm warehouse up here. Okay, so it is imperative that we get the beams to unlock the rock slide, that we can then get to the farm warehouse and get these fallen trees taken care of. So let's make sure we have that. Let's make sure that we have this accepted. Perfect. All right, well, the sun is setting on this day here in the Cosmodrome, and I think this is a good spot to end this mission. We're going to formulate a plan to get the metal beams up here and the service parts and get some of these obstacles cleared up so we can get around the map a little bit easier. So that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. Let myself and YouTube know that you enjoy the content here on the channel. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.